Hey guys, welcome back to my discussion on Power BI. In my last video, I discussed about the text transformation option in PowerQuery editor. So we worked around with an example where we have taken out extracted the date, the start date and end date from a set of text data from a column. So today I'm going to talk about one more important option of PowerQuery editor, that is Append query. Now, what is append query? Append query can be explained in a simple way. Suppose you have multiple tables of data. Let me take an example. Suppose you have the sales data for each month in different tables. So the month of Jan to December. Now, append query helps you to join all the tables of the data into a single table. So instead of writing formulas or functions in order to join those tables, Power Query gives an option to join those tables with the help of append query option of Power Query editor. So if the main criteria that we should follow while performing the append query, that all the tables should contains the data of same nature, same structure and same column ID. So when I say a sales data for monthly sales data from Jan to December, so all the tables, the sales report, the monthly sales report for all the tables should be of the same structure, the same data should be there. The numbers can be different, the nature of the data can be different, but the column identity or the column structure should be same in order to perform the append query. So let's proceed and see how we can implement append query through a simple example. Now we can see we have multiple tables in this particular data called store sales data. So what we can do, we can select two tables from here. So we have the sales data for the month of Jan and Feb in a two different tables. So let's select this two table over here. You can select Jan and you can just select Feb. And we can see the preview of the data over here for the selected table. Power BI provides you the option to select to see the preview of the data that you are actually loading to the Power BI desktop. Now let's go to the Power Query editor in order to perform the append query and see how we can use that particular option to join these two tables. Now these two tables have the same data structure, the same column ID and architecture. So let's click on this transform data and use the Power Query editor in order to append these two query. Then just click on this option. Now we can see we have loaded the two table over into the Power Query editor. And this is the first table, this is Jan. The second table is Feb, and we can see this table contains the sales data for the respective months. Now, so this all these two table actually contains the same column ID and the same data, but the different data nature. So the numbers are different and the customers, but the architecture of these two table is same. Now, what we want to join these two table into a single table. So Power Query gives us an option called append queries to perform this particular function. In the home menu, in the far right side of your screen, you can see there is an option called append query. And just above that, there's a merge query option. Don't worry, I will discuss about the merge query in my next session. For now, let's learn append query. Now, in order to join this to table, we need to click on this option append query. The moment we click on this particular option, we can see we got two drop-down items over here. The first one is append queries and the second one is append query as new. So what is the difference between the append query and new? Now, suppose we select this append query option, what happens? The original data source file is transformed into a new file. So if you use the append query option, this original file that is Jan and Feb will be omitted to be used further, and it will be replaced by one single file. But if you use append query as new, These two original source of file will be there in your uh, table architecture for future references. Now, why I'm using append query in append query new as in place of append query? This particular example will make things clear for you. I always suggest that you should always go for append query as new instead of append queries. So let's select this append query as new and see why it is important that you always select the append query as new for appending your data queries. So we can click on this append query as new option, and there will be a pop-up window which will ask you to append the two tables over here. Now, this is the pop-up window which appears once you click the append query as new. Over here, we have a lot of things to look for. First, there are two options, two tables and three or more tables. For this example, I'm using two tables. So there we can make one table as primary and the other table we can append on that primary table. But suppose your database has more than two tables. So you need to select this particular option, three or more. So what happens, in the left hand side, the available tables will be there. And in the right hand side, you will be the options where you can append the table. So the primary table January is already over here in this particular session. What we can do, you can select the February option, February table over here, and you can click on this add button. The moment you click on this add button, the February table from the available table section will be moved to the append table section. Now click on this OK, and PowerQuery editor will append this to table. Now, the interesting thing is that this two particular table has been joined into a single table with the help of append query. So you can see this data, these two has appended into a single table. What we can do over here, we can just change this name of the table as sales report for better understanding. So we added the name append one to a sales report, and what we could do, this particular name has been changed. Now, all the rows and columns from these two tables have been merged as a single table for your purpose. So you have performed the append query operation on your data set. Now, there are a few points that I want to tell you which you should keep in your mind while performing the append query operations on your data. The first and the most important point, if your data contains duplicate rows or data, for example, if a particular row which is present in this table Jan, if the same row is also present in the February table, then this row duplicate table, the duplicate rows will not be removed in your append table. I repeat, if your tables contain duplicate rows, this duplicate row will not be removed in your append query. They will be appended, and there can be a duplicate data in your data set. So what you can do, you can just select this remove rows option, and you can select this remove duplicate. Select this remove duplicates in order to remove the duplicate rows from your data. The second important point is, suppose your table 1 contains some extra columns, and the same thing also happens for this table 2. So what happens when you append this to table, the extra columns will also be appended, and your data set will contain some extra columns on the table 1 and table 2. You can also remove those extra columns if you don't want, with the help of this option called remove columns. Third, the most important thing, as I said, when we select append query as new option from here, the original tables, in this case Jan and February, is there for your references. Now, what happens when you have created an append table, we will not be requiring this to table for analysis because we have already got the append tables for these two data. But still, this table might be required for data refreshing or scheduling a data. I will talk about data refreshing or scheduling in my future discussions. What happens? We can prevent this table prevent this table so that these tables cannot load into your data model. That means Power BI doesn't access this table, because if this table gets access to your data model part, what happens? Your data model becomes more heavy, because we have already joined this to table with the help of append query. Now this table is no longer needed for our data modeling, but still for data scheduling or data refreshing, we might need this table in future. Loading this table to our Power BI desktop will make our data model more and more heavy, and it will be an unrelated table that will be exist in your data model. That is not a good practice in terms of data modeling. So when I will be talking about data modeling in my future sessions, you will come to know why I am asking not to load this table. So in order to prevent loading this table into your data model, what we can do, we can just right click on this table, on each table, and we'll get an option where we can just disable that option in order to prevent those table to get loaded into your data model. So here is an option we call enable load. So you just need to uncheck this option, and you can see the table title changes to italic. The same thing you can do for the second table. However, you can see there's an option called include in report refresh. That is what I'm saying. This option actually helps you to refresh your data once once your report is published to the Power BI service. So once I'll discuss about data scheduling or refreshing, you will come to know why I told you to keep this table over here, but you can prevent this table for loading into your data model. So this was all about append queries. Now, after we have performed the append query, you can just apply, close and apply, and your data model will be ready to get loaded into the report section of Power BI desktop. In my next section, I will talk about merge query. Merge query also performs the same functionalities as append query, but a bit different way. So I will also discuss about what is the difference between merge and append, and when we need to use an append query and merge query in my next videos. Thank you for watching this video, guys.